agree, no? In choosing a school, a course, or a career path, there is so much to explore. But that's why we're here. Don't know where to start? Mag-browse ka muna sa blog namin. Baka ma-inspire ka sa mga student advice, study hacks, and adulting guides. Meron kami niyan dito. Or learn about career paths that match your skills and interests. Or chat with us. Tanong mo lang, we'll point you in the right direction. O let's say may dream school ka na. You can search for it and learn more about their programs and scholarships. At kung di ka pa decided, don't worry. Search and compare different schools to fit your needs. Pag ready ka na, submit an application. Easy. Maybe you're looking for a new hobby, certification, or degree? We've got online courses for that, and the learning doesn't stop there. Join a quest and pick something up with each visit through articles or videos. And the best part, you get to earn coins and redeem real rewards. Kaya sali na! With the right tools and information, we can find the best opportunities for you. Because the future can be scary. Pero tiwala lang. Keep exploring, keep learning with edukasyon.ph.
Main course. 5 Bites of Engineering. Did you know that the word engineer was derived from the word ingenium, a Latin word that also means clever? The Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest and the last one standing out of the ancient wonders of the world. Engineers are able to solve problems with the help of both math and science. The holes found in golf balls exist because they help cut down the draft when launched into the air, giving them a farther distance when thrown compared to smoother balls. All it took was civil engineering to determine how to create the slippery part of a water slide. Main course. 5 Bites of Engineering.
Are you working on projects or making decisions that require understanding cloud fundamentals and benefits? The AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner certification validates foundational cloud knowledge, including how the cloud impacts your business, core AWS services and use cases, billing and pricing models, and security concepts. Demonstrate your cloud fluency by achieving an industry-recognized credential from AWS. Highlight your proficiency and be a part of your organization's cloud adoption from any role. AWS Certified. Build with confidence, competence, and credibility.
Hi, I'm Rob Wilson, and I am Senior Product Manager with Amazon Simple Storage Service, also known as Amazon S3. I'm here today to talk about some of the management features supported by Amazon S3. There are many reasons why market leaders in every industry are using Amazon S3 to store data for millions of their applications. Industry-leading security, data durability, and automatic scaling of resources, just to name a few. Amazon S3 also supports a full suite of features customers can use to organize and manage their data to help meet their respective business, compliance, and operational requirements. In these next video segments, I and other S3 professionals will explain how you can use bulk management features, object tags, inventory reports, data replication capabilities, and versioning tools. As an Amazon S3 customer, you can leverage our wide range of features to efficiently and cost-effectively manage the thousands and perhaps billions or even trillions of your S3 objects at scale. Thanks for watching. Stay with us to learn how you can apply actions across all of your objects stored in Amazon S3. For more information about Amazon S3, please check out our website.
Hello, I'm Kashif. a cloud support engineer here at the AWS office in Sydney. Sometimes customers ask me, why am I getting a 403 access denied error when using an Amazon S3 website endpoint as an origin in Amazon CloudFront distribution? So, let me walk you through resolving this error. After signing in to the AWS Management Console, navigate to Amazon CloudFront. Choose the distribution and then choose Distribution Settings. Choose the Origin view. Review the domain name format to confirm the S3 endpoint type configured as origin. If the endpoint is in format of bucket name .s3-website-region.amazonaws.com, then make sure following requirements are met. First, navigate to the S3 console to confirm if the objects are publicly accessible to the bucket policy or the ACL. Review the bucket policy to confirm that it doesn't contain a deny statement which affects the getObject action. If public read are given through a bucket policy, then make sure that the bucket owner owns the object. Search for the object which resulted in HTTP 403 error in the S3 console to make sure that it exists. If a requested object doesn't exist and the bucket doesn't allow public S3 list bucket access, then the requester receives an HTTP 403 error rather than an HTTP 404 error. Open the object in the S3 console and confirm that it's not encrypted with AWS KMS. Thanks for watching and happy cloud computing from all of us here at AWS.
Hi, my name is Shasya Sharma and I'm a Senior Product Manager with Amazon S3. I'm here today to share some cost optimization tips when using the S3 lifecycle management features. Amazon S3 offers the most storage classes with which you can store your data. Data can be tiered based on access frequency and enable cost savings when moved to cheaper storage classes. As the number of your S3 objects grow, moving your objects manually between storage classes can be time-consuming, especially if you manage millions or even billions of objects within your S3 environment. To simplify this task, you can configure an S3 lifecycle policy that automatically transfers your objects between storage classes at scale. You may want to configure lifecycle policies to move your objects to an infrequent access storage class as they age, or even archive them after a certain retention period. You can also create rules to delete objects and their older versions when they're no longer needed. You can also create lifecycle policies based on data access patterns. To help you determine the access frequency to your objects stored in S3, configure S3 storage class analysis for a bucket, prefix, or a specific object tag. The feature monitors access patterns and identifies objects that are good candidates for less frequent storage classes, or even for archive with S3 Glacier and S3 Glacier Deep Archive. Whether you need to configure lifecycle policies to correspond with your data's age, or as access patterns change, Amazon S3 has all the features and analytic tools to optimize your storage costs. For more information about Amazon S3, please visit our website.
Annyeonghaseyo, Tadahao, and Konbanwa, everyone. Happy Pride Month and welcome to our Community Ignite series. Tonight is our 42nd episode, full of fun and all things about AWS. The title for this episode is AWS S3 Features. So before anything else, guys, let me introduce myself. I am your host for tonight. I am Danica Ejercito, the Technical Community Manager and also the Technical Director of Education PH. We value your time on spending your Thursday evening with us. So I would love to get to know you guys more. Kaya naman, before we ignite your night, pakilala naman kayo dyan sa ating chat box below. I would also like to know your favorite speaker on our Community Ignite series. Ako kasi yung favorite speaker ko,
is yung speaker natin for tonight. Sino kaya yun, guys? Kilala nyo ba? So let us know that you are here by saying what university you're from, if you're a student or a professional. Isama nyo na rin ang inyong university or your profession. We are also live on Facebook. Hello po sa ating FB Live viewers. Don't forget to tag your friends and share this live. Let us also help others learn for free from our very own industry leaders. Thank you so much for taking the time to attend this free 1-hour tech-driven webinar. It is very nice to meet you all. So if this is your first time joining us, ano nga ba ang Community Ignite series? So it brings people to uplift fellow developers and professionals in the Philippines with different guest speakers all over the world sharing their expertise in the field. Whether you are a student, professional, or even a career shifter, this series is for you. Just join us every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This event is for free and comes with an e-certificate, and it is co-presented by Amazon Web Services and AWS Club Pilipinas. So the last episode was all about Amazon Lightsail object storage. In case you missed it, you can watch the highlights on our socials. It's AWS Club Pilipinas on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and watch the full episode on the Community Ignite series playlist on the EdTV YouTube, or you can scan the QR code flash on your screen. So going back to our chat box, guys, tingnan natin kung sino na ang mga nagpapakilala. Hello again to our 132 participants here in Zoom. Hello po sa inyong lahat. And also to our FB Live viewers. Tingnan ko nga kung sino nagpapakilala here. Hello po kay Catherine. I'm Catherine, an IT student from Carlos Hidalgo Memorial State University. Hello po sa inyo. Hello po kay Norman, a career shifter. Wow! Ano po course niyo, Sir Norman? So hello po kay Amiel Balderrama from LPU Manila. Hello, LPU Manila. Shout out sa inyo, guys. Ana Michelle Dialogo, Eastern Samar State University sa Cedo Campus, Eastern Samar. Wow, hello po sa inyo from Eastern Samar. Hello po, guys. Wow, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Ayan. So before we officially start our event, we would like to announce that the top attendee for the month of April and May are still ongoing. There are still a lot of time, guys, to win an AWS credit worth $20. So all you need to do is post your CIS certificate per episode and post it on either Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and tag us at EducationPH and AWS Club Pilipinas. Also use the hashtag EducationPH and hashtag AWS Club Pilipinas. And make sure to public your post so we can view it. Don't miss the chance to be our top attendees for April and May. So, guys, may question ako sa inyo. Are you guys excited for our speaker tonight? Chat nga kayo ng heart if ready na kayo. So, our speaker for tonight is an experienced teacher with 8 years of teaching in STEM robotics education and computer programming, focusing on Arduino and microbit microcontrollers, Vex robotics and Lego education, Python, Scratch, and game design using Roblox, and now a certified AWS cloud practitioner. He is also a cloud instructor and a technical community manager from our very own Education PH. He was a resource speaker here last time. Kung nandito kayo, for sure kilala niyo na siya. And other programs like Cloud Practitioner Bootcamp. Without further ado, let us all virtually welcome again Mr. Morris Bana. Hi, Sir Morris.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Good afternoon, good evening or good morning kung saan man kayo kung nanonood kayo sa Facebook Live. And again, I am so happy to be here and to be invited again as your speaker for tonight. Okay?
Ayan. Thank you, Sir Morris. You can take it away po.
All
See you
right.
later.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And again, sa ating 173 participants here in our Zoom. Welcome again. I will be discussing or I will be featuring in our discussion Amazon S3 features. Okay, so let me just check. All right. So to start off with our discussion, let me just introduce myself a bit. Though na-introduce na ako kanina, inulit ko lang. Okay? So my full name is Morsi Bana. I am a licensed professional teacher. So that is what LPT means. I've been teaching for around 8 years na, and yes, I focus more on STEAM robotics programs such as Arduino, Lego Robotics, Vex Robotics, Microbeat, and I would say I am yung pinaka comfortable language ko would be C++ and then Python. And with it, I was able to create different projects such as indoor greenhouse project with graphic user interface using Kiwi, been able to help create Project Aqualoop and as well as Mood Lamps. Okay, so I am also a curriculum developer for the said program, STEAM Robotics program, and currently a career shifter. So medyo I would say I am pretty much new with the world of cloud, and I am also excited to share all of my learnings with regards to the cloud. So I am a certified cloud practitioner, nakapasa lang ako last February of this year, and technical community manager of Education.ph. And for my free time, I am also a featured bronze badge streamer in Kumu. Okay, so let's head on with our discussion. So we've been seeing a lot of videos a while ago with regards to the topic that we will discuss, which is Amazon S3. So what is Amazon S3? Okay, so for us to have a brief information about this, this is an object storage. Okay, and this is one of the oldest AWS services ng Amazon. Okay, so on our next slide, I have here a video introduction discussing an overview of what is simple storage service or what is Amazon S3. So let me just double check if na-share ko rin yung sound. Ayan. Okay.
Finding a way to store, distribute, and manage all of your data is a big challenge. Running applications, delivering content to users, hosting high-traffic websites, or backing up documents, databases, and email all require a lot of storage. And the need for more storage space keeps growing every day. Building and maintaining your own storage repository is expensive and time-consuming. First, you have to buy racks and racks of dedicated hardware and software. Then, to get it all up and running, you have to hire staff and set up complex processes to make sure your storage is performing well and backed up in case something fails. Adding more capacity costs money and time to deploy more servers, hard drives, and tape backup machines. And guessing how much capacity you need in the future is difficult. Getting this wrong means either not having the storage you need or overspending and ending up with excess capacity that sits idle. What if there were a better way? Amazon Simple Storage Service, or Amazon S3, provides developers and IT teams with safe, secure object storage. It's easy to use with a simple web services interface that can be used to store and retrieve any amount of data at any time from Amazon EC2 or from anywhere on the web. You just choose the region where you want your data stored, create a bucket, and you can begin storing data in S3. And with Amazon S3, you won't need a crystal ball to predict how much storage you are going to need in the future. You can store as much data as you want and access it when you need it. When it comes to storage, the last thing you want to worry about is losing valuable data. Amazon S3 helps make sure that doesn't happen by automatically making copies of your objects on multiple devices across multiple facilities. Amazon S3 also lets you preserve, retrieve, and restore every version of every object in an Amazon S3 bucket, so you can easily recover if something is accidentally deleted by users or application failures. With Amazon S3, you only pay for the storage you actually use. There is no minimum fee and no setup cost. Amazon S3 offers a range of storage classes designed for different use cases, including S3 Standard for general-purpose storage of active data, S3 Standard Infrequent Access for long-lived but less active data, and Amazon Glacier for long-term archive. Amazon S3 also offers configurable lifecycle policies for managing your data throughout its lifecycle. Once a policy is set, your data will automatically migrate to the most appropriate storage class without any changes to your applications. Securing your data is very important, and Amazon S3 gives you flexibility to control who can access your data with identity and access management policies, access control lists, bucket policies, and query string authentication. S3 also helps you securely upload and download your data with SSL encrypted endpoints and provides multiple options for encrypting data at rest. Amazon S3 helps you get the most out of your data by making sure it is stored safely, available when needed, and will scale as your needs grow. Getting started with Amazon S3 is simple. Sign up for an AWS account today, and you can create your first bucket in a few clicks.
All right. So just to unpack some of the things that was discussed, which we will cover later on. So, uh, overview of the Amazon S3, it is a scalable object storage, and we can do versioning. We can configure life cycle policies. We can also configure or set our tiered pricing kung saan tayo mas makapag-optimize ng cost. And basically, we can see that S3 is highly available. Once you upload your object to store data, it is highly available. As we can see, it is being replicated to multiple devices and a different uh, uh, AZs then. Okay? So S3 stands for Simple Storage Service, kaya siya S3. And this is a secure, durable, highly scalable object storage. So that would mean we can store mga flat files such as your pictures, your videos, yon. And store and receive data from anywhere on the web, whether it is from the internet or whether it is from your EC2 instances or even on your cloud native applications na integrated with your S3 such as your React applications with Amazon Amplify. So yeah, that's the basic overview of what is an S3, Amazon S3. Okay, so some of the use cases that we have for S3 is you can create a data lake, use it as a backup and restore for critical data. You can use this for archiving data, and you can use this to run cloud native applications. So just like what I mentioned, you can integrate it with, for example, AWS React to serve as your uh, storage. Now, as mentioned, this is an object storage, so installing an OS wouldn't be possible. And if you would like to use S3 as a database, I would say that it will not be as effective. If you wanted to have a database, then we have other AWS services that can be an effective database. Okay. Now, S3 is an unlimited storage. So basically, if you created an AWS account, under siya ng free tier for 12 months, and the maximum capacity that you have for the free tier would be 5 gig. Okay? But overall, S3 is an unlimited storage. Files are stored in buckets. Basically, when we talk about buckets, this is referred as para siyang folder. It is a folder wherein you put your objects or your files. And those files can be from 0 byte up until 5 terabyte. Okay? But for the uploading of your file, ang maximum uh a maximum file upload is, for example, 5 gig per upload. So if you're uploading, let's say 10 gig, you can do multi-part upload to upload your whole file. Okay. So other information is that S3 buckets and objects, S3 is a universal namespace. So this would mean when you create your bucket, okay, it has to be unique. Okay, so for example, I have a bucket named, let's say, trial S3. Okay, on my other AWS account. And then on my new AWS account, gusto ko siyang i-name ng ganun din. It's not possible. Why? Because the purpose of this, each and every buckets or files stored in your on your S3, it has a specific web address. So for example, HTTPS, the name of your file, yung region mo dot S3, I mean name of your file dot your region dot S3 dot Amazon AWS.com. So something like that. So it has to be specific. Okay. And objects consist of the following information. So it contains keys, which is yung file name of your file or of your object. Value would pertain to the data value or the bytes information of your file. Version, okay. So we would suggest that whenever you upload data, turn on versioning, configure the versioning so that uh just in case you uploaded a new file or overwrite a file, you can still get the old version para at least for uh data management. We have metadata. This would mean data of the data of your data. And we have sub-resources. So ito na yung mga access control list or ACLs that who can access your objects, and also bucket policies of your object. So S3 guarantees 99.99 high availability. So it is available whenever you upload it. Uh, 99.119's durability. So this would mean parang ang logic dito, in one lifetime there would be like 0.0000 something percent, 1% lang siya malolost yung data. So we would say that your datas or your objects are safe to be stored and highly available in S3. Data consistency. So for data consistency of S3, we follow read after write consistency of puts for the new objects. So this would just simply mean that, for example, I uploaded a file in my bucket. So for example, ang file niya is welcome. And when you open it, the file name is welcome, and then when you open it, it will just show you welcome to the a web page, welcome to our talk. So for example, something like that. Okay. So when you open it, it's already available. Okay. That's read after write consistency. Now, also one of the data consistency is the eventual consistency for overwrite, puts, and deletes. So for example, I mentioned a while ago, nag-upload ako ng welcome. And then automatically when I upload it, it's already readily available. For example, I will overwrite that file, uh, let's say version 2, okay? And then when I open the version 2, ang supposed to be title, or the supposed to be display would be welcome to another welcome batch 2. So for example, a different display or a different text. For the overwrites, it would take time for it to be generated, kumbaga. So when you click it, it may or may not be the file that or the version that you're looking for. So it would take time for it to be uh uh to the changes to take effect. Okay. So about a second lang naman. So 2 to 3 seconds or 5 seconds the most. So for the S3 features that we will cover, marami siya actually. We have a lot of things to unpack, but we will just focus on the basic part and introduce you to some of the gist of the features of the S3. Okay, so we have the tiered storage. So we have different classes for your needs and for your use cases. Okay, we have the life cycle management and we have the versioning. Also, yung cross region replicas. Okay, encryption your data at in transit or at rest. MFA delete, so multi-factor authentication. This is to prevent you or the other persons to who has an access to your object to delete it accidentally. Okay, so securing data using ACL, controlling who sino lang yung may access on your object or on your buckets, and also securing it with the use of your bucket policies. Okay, so this video was presented a while ago, but I will just have to repeat it just to ensure yung other participants natin na kararating lang. Okay, so this talks about life cycle management. Uh, in this way, we can optimize the cost of our account and also manage our objects. Okay, especially when it comes to accessing it.
Hi, my name is Shasya Sharma, and I'm a Senior Product Manager with Amazon S3. I'm here today to share some cost optimization tips when using the S3 lifecycle management features. Amazon S3 offers the most storage classes with which you can store your data. Data can be tiered based on access frequency and enable cost savings when moved to cheaper storage classes. As the number of your S3 objects grow, moving your objects manually between storage classes can be time-consuming, especially if you manage millions or even billions of objects within your S3 environment. To simplify this task, you can configure an S3 lifecycle policy that automatically transfers your objects between storage classes at scale. You may want to configure lifecycle policies to move your objects to an infrequent access storage class as they age, or even archive them after a certain retention period. You can also create rules to delete objects and their older versions when they're no longer needed. You can also create lifecycle policies based on data access patterns. To help you determine the access frequency to your objects stored in S3, configure S3 storage class analysis for a bucket, prefix, or a specific object tag. The feature monitors access patterns and identifies objects that are good candidates for less frequent storage classes, or even for archive with S3 Glacier and S3 Glacier Deep Archive. Whether you need to configure lifecycle policies to correspond with your data's age, or as access patterns change, Amazon S3 has all the features and analytic tools to optimize your storage costs. For more information about Amazon S3, please visit our website.
Okay, so just to unpack the video, we are configuring. For me, the benefit of uh having to configure your life cycle policies is for you to optimize your cost. Later on, we will discuss what drives the cost or how are being billed when it comes to the services, the ST service that we are using. So with uh, life cycle management, we are able to monitor and also save on cost and also do some data archiving. For example, uh, your medical records, especially in the medical field. All of our records in different countries, they have different mandatories in up until when they should keep our records. So for example, up until 10 years. Okay. So they can, if the data is not accessed that frequent, instead of putting it into a standard one which costs higher, then you can opt to store it in an archive, okay, and on an archive service such as S3 Glacier para mas mababa yung cost, so you can drive the cost down, and at the same time you will still be able to access it if we need it. But there will be a retrieval time when it comes to storing your files or storing your objects in in Glacier or Deep Archive, of course, especially in Deep Archive because it would take a lot of time for you to retrieve your file, but the cost would be lower. You can set up your life cycle policies as well that after 10 years, you would have to delete the file or the other versions of the file. So that's the one of the features of our S3. I saw a question a while ago. May limit po ba ang S3 sa free tier? Yes, for the free tier of Amazon S3, the limit is 5 gig, and this is good for 12 months. And then after that, or if you exceed the the limit, then you will be billed uh with different factors. So later on, explore natin what drives the cost when it comes to using this service. Okay. So next is cross-region replication and also versioning. So we wanted to, especially if you're using this for your business, you wanted your end users to be able to access this kung nasan man sila, whenever they are, whenever your customer is on your region or outside of your region. So let me just.
Hello, my name is Sarskal, and I'm a Senior Product Manager for Amazon S3. I'm here today to talk about S3 cross-region replication and bucket versioning, tools that are available to all S3 customers. With these tools, you can take your data and workloads global and maintain version control of your S3 objects as they change throughout their respective life cycles. Let's dive right in. As an S3 customer, there may be many reasons why you may need to copy your data to reside in more than one AWS region. Although we're very confident in S3's AZ architecture, you may want to enhance the durability of your data by replicating into a second location. Perhaps you need to replicate data to a geographically separate location to adhere to strict compliance and disaster recovery policies. Or if you want to optimize for latency when accessing your data by making your data available in another region closer to your end customers. You can achieve all of these objectives and more with S3 cross-region replication, also known as CRR. When an object is replicated into another AWS region, by default, all of the object's metadata, access control lists, and object tags are also replicated. Any further changes made it to the source object's metadata, access control lists, or object tags also trigger a replication to the destination. With CRR, you also have the added flexibility to be more granular with the scope of replication. You can choose to replicate entire buckets, objects under a shared prefix, or at the object level using object tags. Additionally, you have added controls to change the ownership of the replicated object to a different account to protect against accidental or malicious actions if the source account is compromised. And finally, you can configure S3 to store replicated data in any storage class, including S3 Glacier, irrespective of the storage class of the source object. You can set up CRR using the S3 Management Console, the AWS CLI, or the SDK. As your data stores grow, keeping track of changes made to your S3 objects may become increasingly difficult. To help, Amazon S3 supports versioning to preserve, retrieve, and restore every version of every object stored in a versioning-enabled S3 bucket. In fact, We recommend that all customers enable versioning as a best practice. With this feature enabled, you can use previous versions of your objects to recover from unintended user errors and application failures. By default, S3 objects access requests will retrieve the most recent version, while older versions can be accessed with the specific version ID through either the management console, the CLI, or the SDK. All S3 object versions are stored in the same storage class as the original, and customers have the ability to move older versions to cheaper storage classes using S3 lifecycle policies to reduce costs. You can set up bucket versioning in the S3 management console, the AWS CLI, or the SDK. Thanks for watching. We hope you learned some useful tips to effectively manage your data stores in Amazon S3. For more information about Amazon S3, please visit our website.
Okay, so just to unpack the video that we have discussed, so CRR's advantage is to enhance the durability of your objects or of your data. Also, this would be beneficial, especially if you have a strict compliance requirement in your country, and also to improve latency nga, with your end users. And with this, you can configure whether you want to replicate the whole bucket, or you can just want to replicate to another region yung object tags or the prefix or objects under that specific prefix. Okay, you can set up most of the configurations in our S3 consoles, or you can use your CLI or your SDK for that matter. And again, the benefit of versioning is for you to be secured with your objects, and prevent for example accidental deletion. You can also retrieve it very quickly, and it will retrieve the most the updated one, okay, before the deleted file. Okay, now it was mentioned for the previous slides yung mga objects storage class. So we will discuss what are those, what are the difference between the objects classes, or the storage classes. Okay, so we have a lot of options to choose from, and it depends on your use case kung anong object I mean what storage classes would you want to avail, or what service to avail under that storage class. So the first one is the standard one, which has 99.99 high availability, 99.119 durability, and this is designed to sustain the loss of two facilities concurrently, because again, your data is being replicated with other availability zones, or AZs. Okay, so this is the reason why your uh, data is highly available. The second one is the STIA, or IA stands for infrequent access. Okay, so this is for data that is accessed less frequently. So minsan mo lang siya in-access, but you want to when you need it, you want it to have it quickly. Okay, so this offers a lower fee than the standard, of course. Though both of them is highly available, yung IA natin, it requires a retrieval fee when you wanted to access your data. Okay. Next one is the S3 One Zone IA. So this one offers a lower option, or a lower cost for IA data, simply because the data is only stored in one availability zone. So ang use case nito, if you just want to have a backup, and uh hindi naman required for you, for if you gauge that your data doesn't require resiliency, okay, availability zone resiliency, then you can opt to this option. Okay, so yung standard and yung IA, uh, both of their data is being replicated to other availability zones for high fault tolerant and high availability. Etong one zone, single ano lang siya, availability zone. Fourth one is S3 Intelligent Peering. So this is a reinvented service back in 2018, and this one uses machine learning. So this one optimized our cost automatically with uh, checking or learning yung pag-access natin sa mga data. So it automatically moves the data to the most cost-effective tier. Okay. So for example, your current data is residing in, or your object is currently residing in, or where you are currently under S3 standard. But you rarely access the file naman. So with intelligent tiering, it can uh automatically configure or have your objects be transferred to the most cost-effective tier, such as IA, or if the file is not being accessed by other availability zones naman, then it can move it to one zone IA. The fifth and the sixth one is uh more on data archiving. Okay, so for data archiving, we have S3 Glacier. So this is secured, durable, and low cost storage class. Now, the retrieval time is configurable from minutes to hours. Okay, so this is among the four things that we have discussed. This one offers low cost. Pero meron pa tayong pinaka-lowest, which is the S3 Glacier Deep Archive. This one offers the lowest cost storage class for data archiving, and the retrieval time is up until or about 12 hours. So again, this ang use cases na to mga uh, records that your country complies you to store for a certain period of time. So such as medical records, school records, yung mga ganun. So comparing the Amazon S3 storage classes, so we have here a table that would show all of them are designed for high durability. Again, 0 point something something one in a lifetime lang lost yung ating data. And as you can see on the table, designed for high availability is up until the one zone IA. Why? S3 and S3 Glacier and S3 Glacier Deep Archive, they have a retrieval time. Okay, so for Glacier, from minutes, you can configure it from minutes to hours, your retrieval time. For Deep Archive, up until 12 hours. Okay, so to know more about the uh, the information about the comparison of the storage classes, we have a documentation here that will reflect, okay, that will reflect all of the information. And this documentation for ST also talks about other things, which is very good, or it's gonna be a best, or it is a best practice for us to always read documentations. Next. Next is security and encryption. Okay, so sabi din natin a while ago, one of the selling points or the feature of the S3 is its security, and we are able to encrypt the data whether in transit or at rest. So some additional information about S3: by default, all new buckets are set to private. Okay, So to be able to set it to private or to modify uh, kung sino man yung makaka-access, you can use the bucket policies on our ST dashboard. You can also set up an access control list, okay, to set whose account has an access to your data. And we can also configure our S3 buckets to create an access logs. Okay. And these access logs can be stored in another S3 buckets or in another S3 buckets on another account. Okay, so we can configure that one as well. So encryption in transit, this is achieved by using SSL and TLS. For encryption at rest, this can be achieved by two things: either client side, using for example, your third party uh, encryption, like yung Authenticate. Okay. For server side naman, we have different options. Encryption at rest, in server side, we have S3 managed keys. So you can set it up in our S3 console, or if you're using the KMS. So this is an AWS key management service. This is another service of AWS which manages different keys for encryption of your different resources. So you can use this one for S3 as well. Or you can use server-side encryption with customer key provided. So you can encrypt your data from the onset pa lang and then upload the encrypted data on the S3. So this is SSEC. Okay, so these are the kumbaga abbreviation. SSE S3 is the S3 managed key. So this is native for the S3 service. You can use the other managed service ng AWS, such as the AWS Key Management Service. So this is SSE KMS, or server-side encryption with customer-provided key, SSE-. Now, one of the most important questions, since we are talking about different services, lalo na yung sa mga questions na nakikita ko a while ago, what drives the cost? Okay, how are we being charged or billed? Okay, so we have the following factors, or kumbaga categories on how we are being billed. So these drives the cost. Number one is storage. Of course, we have later on I will show you a table uh in which we will see how much per for example, for 10 terabyte, ilan ba siya? 10 terabyte for a certain month, how much is it? Okay, so we are being billed by the uh files or the data that we store in the ST, so storage. We are being charged as well for every request, such as put, get, uh, uh, copy, delete, yung mga request na yun, we have charges as well. Storage management pricing, so ito yung mga storage classes natin. So they have pricing model as well. Data transfer pricing. Okay, so of course, transferring data in or out, later on we have a table. I will show you kung magkano siya. Okay, we have transfer acceleration pricing. Of course, if you wanted to accelerate the data transfer. And we have the cross-region replication pricing. So we have discussed naman a while ago what are the benefits of the CRR for enhanced durability, for compliance, for latency. So yun. So if you want to have that, of course, may presyo din yun. Okay? And just to show you, ayan, so ito yung ating uh, S3 pricing. So here are the categories nga. So storage, request and data retrievals, data transfer, management and analytics, replication, and if you're using Lambda, so we have S3 object Lambda. Okay, so for storage, so of course you have to pick region. Okay, why? In different region, meron silang iba't ibang pricing. Okay, so sir, question, how will we know our region? So once you created your AWS account, you can check on the console kung saan kayo region assigned. And you can toggle kung saan man kayo region na nandito. Okay. So for example, in Europe, London, ST standard storage pricing would be the first 50 terabyte per month. You are charged 0.024 dollars per gigabyte. Okay, so you do the math. Mahina ako sa math, but yeah, this is the actual pricing. Okay, one way to also see this pricing is you can use the price calculator available in our AWS console as well. So the next 450 uh, terabyte per month, ito na yung magiging cost niya. So this is for standard. Meron na naman tayo for intelligent tiering. So this is an automatic cost saving for data with unknown or charging access patterns. So yung monitoring and automation, of course, meron siyang fee. Okay? Per object, per thousands of object, of course. And then, nandito na yung other driving cost ng ating price. Okay, so that's for storage. So for requests and data retrievals, we also have information about it. Again, set your region. Okay, so I'm just giving you this information if you are thinking na pwede ko bang gamitin si S3 on my prototype projects uh, or my native application. So ito yung mga pwedeng mag-incur ng charges. Okay, so for put, copy, post, list request, for ST standard, ito yung magiging cost, intelligent tiering. So naka-breakdown naman yung uh, general information about the cost. Okay? Again, this all depends on your use case and on your actual usage. So better use the calculator, AWS price calculator in our console. Okay? So data transfer, ayan. So data transfer in to Amazon S3 from the internet, wala tayong price. Okay? Wala tayong charge. Data transfer out from Amazon S3 to the internet, doon na tayo may charge. Okay? And again, this charges all depends on your region as well. So you have to toggle in here to check on your kumaga, cost range. Data transfer out from Amazon S3 to different regions different regions, ayan, meron din siyang cost dyan. Okay? So, yeah, all of this information are available in aws.amazon.com/S3. And then on the S3, you can toggle between overview, features, storage classes, pricing, security, and other resources, and also our FAQs. So far, that's it for the features of the S3. We have a lot of things to cover pa when it comes to the deep dive version of the discussion when it comes to S3, overall S3. It is connected din sa anong relationship ni CloudFront kay transfer acceleration, uh, the use of or the integration of Macy, marami pa, as well as yung mga tinatawag nating mga vault lock, okay, for S3 glaciers. So there are a lot of things to cover when it comes to S3, but this I hope this discussion will provide you an overview of the basic understanding of what S3 is and what its capabilities and its features. So you could enroll to our courses, restart courses, or you can join in our boot camps to know more about uh, S3. So yeah, that's it for my talk. Thank you so much. And siguro this is the time where I will answer questions.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Sir Morris, for giving us an interesting topic about AWS S3 Features and for showing us some related videos. So, sir, the topic is really helpful for me, especially I'm really into AWS S3 and I've been curious on what is it. So, ayun na nga, sir, let us move on to the question and answer portion na, sir. So, here po madami po tayong question. From Dan Avergonzado. 5 GB per bucket po ba? If yes, wala po bang limit sa number of buckets?
Okay, yeah. Virtually, there's no limit ng buckets na i-create. It's just that for every file, we are limited or the maximum file that we can upload is 5 terabytes. Now, if we are referring to the free tier option, yung 5 gigabytes is it either per bucket or per file? We just have to see on the documentations on the free tier kasi hindi ko pa siya masyadong in-overview talaga. But again, always double check the documentation. And again, S3 is under free tier pero good for 12 months lang siya. Okay, so we have certain limitations when it comes to creating projects. Pero again, uh yung cost na diniscuss natin, it's all available there. Mas maganda siguro if you will siguro check on your AWS account in your console, and especially dun sa pricing calculator yung magkano ba talaga magiging cost ko or aabot ba ako dun sa limit, kung hindi naman de mas much better.
So, ayun. Next question po, sir, from Rosel Conde. May limit po ba ang pag-access ng data ng tiering?
When it comes to the limit of access ng data, I'm not quite sure yet, pero ang alam ko wala namang limit when it comes to is it uh access ng put request or different kinds of request. Uh so far as far as I know wala naman siyang limit.
So, may question po tayo from Dexter Carino. Any ideas on S3 hardening po?
My question is, what do you mean by S3 hardening? Okay, so when we talk about S3 again, it's an object storage. It basically what it does is it's an object storage. It is hindi siya file storage eh. It's a data storage and it has a few limitations, especially when it comes to if you wanted to make it as use it as a database. I would suggest that you use a different Amazon service so that it would be effective. So, S3 hardening, wala pa ako masyado. Hindi ko pa siya na-encounter.
Alright, sir, may question po ako. So, ano sir, may consistency model po ba for Amazon S3?
When it comes to the data consistency, as discussed a while ago, meron tayong read and write, and that is for just to go back here, just to make sure that I am ayun. So read after write consistency for puts of new objects. So again, that's for new objects. But for overwriting or yung mga versioning natin, eventual consistency siya. basically, dalawa lang yung nakikita kong data consistency concept when it comes to S3.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Maurice. Since we are running out of time, last question na po. Where we can connect you po on your social media account po?
Yes. Just to Siguro just to answer lang yung quick question, paano po ba yung charging if I like to host? Again, just go to your AWS console, but you can host a static website using S3. And again, pwede mo akong ma-configure whether it can be a public or a private storage. Okay. You can connect with me using my Facebook account. So medyo active naman ako sa Facebook. You just have to search Morris Bana on Facebook. But kung yung sariling page for example yung mga technical talks ko, I do not have yet a separate page. But you can connect with me through Facebook and through education.ph. You can email me mbana@education.ph.
Ayan. Thank you so much po, Sir Morris. We hope to see you again on our next episode. You may now stop your screen sharing po and your video.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ayan, moving on. Huwag niyong kalilimutan sumali sa ating Club community dahil we have a lot in store for you. Lahat ng yan ay nasa Linktree or you may scan the QR code on your screen. Grabe, I have learned a lot from the 1-hour tech-driven webinar and I hope you guys learned a lot too. Hope you enjoy it and I am also thankful for our speaker. Thank you so much, Sir Morris. Now, I want to take this opportunity to invite you all to a photo op with the speaker. So, open cam naman tayo dyan, guys. Dahil I will give you guys, dali. I will give you guys a minute to get ready. Hello po sa inyo. On naman po tayo ng camera dyan. Ayan, ready na si Jimmy Ilaw. Hello po. Hello po kay Leonardo. Hello po kay Keseline Abal. Hello po sa inyo. Ayan, ready na ata sila. So, mukhang ready na pala kayo. Let's all smile in 3, 2, 1. Smile, guys. Ayan, waki naman po, waki. In 3, 2, 1. Smile. Ayan. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining us in the photo op and bring your brightest smile. Moving on, the e-certificate will only be given to those who attended the webinar in Zoom. Please wait for 5 to 7 business days and make sure to check your inbox or spam folders. Thank you so much, guys, for your patience. And we would love to hear your feedback. To answer our feedback form, please go to go.education.ph/CISF42quest. So again, please go to go.education.ph/CIS42quest. Ayan. Before we move on to the last part of our event, I would love to announce again that the top attendees for the month of April and May are still ongoing. There is still a lot of time, guys, to win AWS credit worth $20. All you need to do is post your CIS certificate per episode and post it on either Facebook, LinkedIn, IG, TikTok, and tag us at EducationPH and AWS Club Pilipinas. Also use the hashtag EducationPH and AWS Club Pilipinas and make sure to public your post so we can view it. Don't miss the chance to be our top attendee for month of April and May. And of course, guys, hindi lang Community Ignite series ang handa namin for you. We have a lot of upcoming events that will fit your interests and skills. So guys, join us right after this webinar. The AWS user group will be also having their monthly meetup where they answer AWS questions ranging from basic to specialty. This is also for those people who will take the AWS certification exam. And this season will be very helpful for you. You can also be volunteer to be part of the program and win amazing prizes as you answer the question with them. So you can join here, guys. I'm gonna chat it on the chat box below. Wait lang. There. So next naman, and for that, I would also love to invite you guys to join the AWS Academy Machine Learning Foundation Training. So ano nga ba yun? It is not just a learning opportunity, but also provides you with real-world experience. You will also learn how to analyze data, build models to predict outcomes, optimize business decisions, and automate actions based on your result. So you can enjoy the perks such as 14 hours free training for students, educators, and young professionals. So e-certificate upon completion, 50% discount voucher for the certification exam, and you can also join the growing community of AWS learners. So grow your career by joining the AWS Academy Machine Learning Program. Apply now until June 10. So ayan guys, kita nyo naman. It's the second day of June and we have partnered with a lot of tech communities and organized event just for you. We have been conducting a lot of events, and on behalf of AWS Club Pilipinas and Education PH, thank you for our lovely igniters. Thank you so much for attending each one of them and for being so active. You guys are #awesome. So once again, we would like to thank not only our speaker, but also our co-presenter as well. Thank you, AWS and AWS Club Pilipinas. And that wraps up the 42 episode of the Community Ignite series, AWS S3 Features. Lastly, I would love to thank our technical director, Miss Pat de la Peña, and thank you also to Darla and to my team for giving me this opportunity to be your host for tonight. This has been Danica Ejercito and AWS Club Pilipinas. Stay safe and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye guys. Annyeong!
S3 has always led the way in developing innovative ways to optimize your cloud storage. We were the first to give you things like a scheduled object inventory report and also an analytics feature to help you set your optimal lifecycle policies. The new S3 Storage Lens takes that even further by aggregating 31 different metrics and by providing organization-wide visibility with the ability to drill down to individual resources like regions, accounts, buckets, or prefixes. If you store large data sets across tens to hundreds of accounts and buckets, multiple regions, thousands of prefixes, Storage Lens is going to be a game changer for you. Not only can Storage Lens report those metrics to you, it also gives you contextual recommendations to make it easy to take immediate action. Tons of customers, maybe even you, are storing hundreds of petabytes and even exabytes of data in S3, so features like S3 Intelligent Tiering, S3 Storage Lens are going to help them manage their storage environment and also keep their storage costs under control while maintaining the most valuable asset, their data, with durability and availability that are just practically impossible to achieve on premises.
The power of the AWS cloud is within your grasp.
That's why we have chosen the AWS Essentials trainings to bring everyone on the same level of knowledge. So when we're talking about cloud, everyone has a basic understanding what is meant.
Whether you are just starting out or looking for ways to scale and speed up your success, you have a need for cloud skills. AWS Training and Certification has solutions for AWS customers and AWS partners, as well as the next generation of builders and leaders. Developed by the experts at AWS, Our training resources help you advance in your career, building cloud skills on your team to innovate and achieve business goals.
We made sure to provide all types of training because, as you know, not all adult learners learn the same way. Some learners prefer instructor-led training, while others prefer self-paced.
No matter your role, we can help you gain in-demand cloud skills, both introductory and advanced, and validate your expertise with an AWS certification.
Preparing for the exam really reminded me the fun and enjoyment there is when it comes to education and self-learning.
Whether you're developing a new application or growing a business, AWS training and certification helps the builders of today and tomorrow leverage the power of the AWS cloud.